1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, maybe 14 is better. That's a shorty. A nice set of 14, nice set of 5, nice set of 3 to work with here. It's plenty. Oh yeah. It will pick up dust, but the heat really overpowers it, and the dust that's on the floor in here is just mud, and that's organic, and it burns. So it's really not a factor when it comes to that. Yes, I did touch it on the floor, and then later when I was done stretching it, even after it was slightly cool, I laid it on the floor, and if any dust gets on there, you just wipe it off. It's no big deal. So, anybody else have any questions? Now that I got my cane chopped up, I need to kind of find the time to roll it up and blow it out. I think that might end up being tomorrow, because I want to spend my time on it and do a good job. So if I were to make it now, I would have to be started and finished within a half hour, and that's not something I can do for this, because I got students showing up for a class, which you guys are going to be welcome to check out, and if they allow me, then I will stream the class. So I'm just going to wash my hands a bit here, get ready. Hey, there she is. How are you?
All right, how are you?
Very good. I knew I recognized that name. Foster. Yeah, I know her. And the other couple that's in the class,
Yeah.
they're like multiple repeat offenders as well.
Oh, good,
So
yeah.
and they're like three persons, same kind
Yeah,
of thing.
very nice.
So
Talking to one of my friends, I'm like, if there's an actual beginner in class, I'm like, I guess we're gonna make like paper weights today.
it's only 3 people anyway. So even if it was 2 complete beginners with you, you'd still make what you want to make. I mean, we're going to use color.
Yeah.
From the beginning. It takes a little longer for a piece, but
Yeah.
it's cool. For sure. It's nice up here. Okay, gang, I'm going to charge up my mic over here. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Feel free to check in with me. And thank you for being here, by the way. But I have students coming. By the way, I have another angle here. Okay guys, let me bring it over and show you. It's gonna sit on the table like this. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, come on. How about that? There we go. I'm also holding it up like that intentionally because I want it to keep squishing down onto my punty or the attachment, which does a few things. It shows me that the heat's in there and it's safe enough to be able to move, so I can still flatten it and do whatever I need to, but really I need to know that the heat is there for the strength of the glass so that I can trust it to break off of here without breaking through. Just kind of what I was saying anyways ahead of time. It seems like we're nice and flat under here. And centered. I think we're happy. We're good. What do you guys think? I gotta say, I'm happy. This is my first mushroom lamp that I've even tried to make by myself, and it worked. It's a lot of work to do this thing. And it's still got a lot of work, because after I'm done, it's still got to be ground, fit to the hardware, custom fit to the hardware, I might add. Okay. Flashing and stashing. There's one more up close look for you guys before I put it away. I'm going to go knock it off at the knockoff bench, and then we'll put it in the punt in the oven. I'm going to turn off my torch. Thanks, guys. Okay. Follow me over here. I'll water down this attachment just a bit. I do my best to only let water get up to the attachment, and then I stop. Run it on the punty to the attachment, stop. Punty, attachment, stop. That way it never really gets on the piece. And I can do stuff like lay it down here on the side where it's not going to go goofy on me, and tap. Yep, we're good. Winter, winter mushroom dinner. Let's go ahead and put it in the oven. It's so hot. Now, put it in the oven. There it is. Small table lamp. Tomorrow we make the cap. All right. Thank you for sticking around with me. You can see how much effort really goes into those pieces now. You realize how difficult it might be to break it down into a 1-minute video. Yeah, there's definitely a misconception when it comes to time spent even learning the process. A friend of mine told me about a book called The Unknown Craftsman, who towards the end of the book, somebody comes into his little pottery studio and is looking around, essentially judging all of the work that they see there. And they go over and casually ask the artist, how long did that take you to make? The artist, after a long story of and many reasons to say this, said, my whole life. So I've always liked that little bit of a book that I haven't read. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Game Mama. I know exactly what you mean, and I can tell you about an instance I just had yesterday through Etsy messaging from, from somebody telling me that my work was not worth what I was asking. So. They were coming at it from the standpoint of a reseller who, in my opinion, in this case, is somebody who just goes to Goodwill, buys glass, and then tries to sell it for more. And they were accusing me of being that person and not selling glass that was my own. It took a while to get through the conversation, but it's over now. But really, the big picture about that story is that their naivety was a very, very backhanded way for me to accept a compliment. That they accused me of selling glass that I couldn't possibly make, even though I made it 12 or 13 years ago. And I made it. It's mine. I know it is. So I'm reblowing this over and over again to fill out the interior of this alabaster white. And now that I've got this nice little marshmallow shape here, it should be able to blow out to be a nice little cloud into the cage that I've got. So I'm gonna let this cool for a little while and have a seat at the bench. Looks like I need to get my camera fixed a little bit. I will be right back, everybody. I'm just working on getting this camera working. Yeah, I consider those people to be kind of scavengers. I don't like to say that, but for them to act a certain way about it just makes them look a certain way. That's all I can say. They're making themselves look bad by assuming that they can talk to a maker that way. Basing their information on whatever they find at a Goodwill store. So, sorry, I just wanted to refocus. I think that camera should be fine now. Now I can go in and get my glass for the cloud. Hi everybody, thank you for being here. Hope you're all having a good Friday. I am working on making a cloud sky goblet today. I will explain more as I go, but in general, this is about the starting point. I have a little chunk of white here with a little gather of glass on the outside. I'm going to shape it a little more and blow it out. So here is the cage. I'm going to slip it onto the thing, but I think I need to make the bubble just a little more narrow so that it can fit in there nicely and still blow out. So I'm going to reheat before I get into blowing out the bubble, and I will tack it down a little tighter. Yeah, I do. I agree. It looks like a nice big fat marshmallow. That's a nice looking cloud. Excuse me. Okay. Hi there. How are you? You're welcome to come in if you want. I have some visitors coming in. I'm making a cloud today. It's a little cloud. I'm gonna put it inside of a wine glass. A big stem of a wine glass. I thought you might want to come in. Anywhere on that side of the room is best. There's the cloud I just finished blowing out. You see this? I'm going to break it off the blowpipe here and finish shaping it. But after that, we'll put it into an oven and start adding other parts to it to make it a goblet. Use this as a little cheater pad underneath the cloud as my attachment. If you have any questions, just shout them out, okay? I'm gonna take this hot glass and stick it right to the bottom of this other piece and center it and let it cool and fuse on. And that's a stronger attachment, you see, because it's hotter than it is up here. So I'm gonna re-weaken this part and just drip some water right down in there and kind of stress out the glass by cooling it quickly. That way it makes it very weak. When I tap it, it comes right off at the weakest part and stays on the stronger part. And now you see I'm holding it from this side so I can heat just the opening and not have to overheat the whole thing. Have you ever seen glass blowing before? Thank you. Have a good day. Oh yeah. You see there's a brochure right there by the front of the door on the wall. There's a stack of brochures with the lighting on it. Yeah. That'll get you to my page. That'll have you all the listings on there. Thank you. Okay, so now, see, I've got a nice fluffy top cloud, kind of like it, but this is when I start adding just slight gestural differences while trying to keep the center on center up here. So just slight rotations. keeping this bottom flat, which is important, keeping that top from going goofy on me, but you know, making it more cloud-like as I go. And as I go, I'll just keep carving in gently, and then it looks really nice when you end up sandblasting the surface and you get that matte finish with the wrinkly kind of a surface on there and bulbous. So, but my goal here is partly to make sure that I keep a centered form so that I don't have to try to overcompensate by when I'm adding everything together. Small corrections. So here's my cloud. I'm holding it up to let it sit down onto the punty a little bit because that's going to help me recess the attachment and make sure this whole thing's not going to be too tall. So I'm just going to sit here and hang out with it while I talk to you. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more of a slump. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I just cannot get rid of these allergies this year. They're not passing by. Alright, there's my cloud. I'm going to let it cool just a bit. And then I'll take some shears and squeeze on the attachment just to freeze it a bit. I'll tap it off into the oven. Now that is ready to go. It's going to hold at 1,000 degrees until I'm ready to start using it for the next piece. Now, over here you can go to.
Yeah, we're on Twitch right now, which is a streaming service.
Yeah.
How long have you been at this spot?
I've been here for 15 years.
My wife was a ranger over here years ago.
Oh yeah?
Who's that?
Ronnie Stewart.
Sorry?
Ronnie Stewart.
Ronnie. Oh, yeah. Just before my time. Was leaving around the time I got here, I believe. There's definitely a couple, not as many on staff here as there used to be.
One of my friends, Chris, his name's like this, so it's like, well, it's like pictures, they like a GlasBlwr or something like that, and that's all pictures.
Want it?
Yeah, yeah, I'll take it.
What the GlasBlwr was by the sculptor?
The stone sculptors had been up the hill there for probably about 10 years, I think, now. I don't know them very well. Having a problem with this camera again.
Sorry?
Having a problem with my Sony again.
Oh really? What about it?
You'll see. It just like flickers out.
That's a good name if you want it. If you want to see something, let me know. And I can pull it down for you.
So Ryan and I both showed them the gallery over here. How long did they start back?
Let me see. Hey, Paul. Did you sell that?
Yeah, oh yeah, those are 60.
Huh?
Those are 60.
60?
Yep. Yeah, at least till about bless you.
Is that type paper okay, or is it
It'll be all right.
too fat?
I just need to leave it creased. No,
Is it too much paper?
it's a little bit heavy, but that's okay. Just leave it creased like that. I need the shape.
Less paper this time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I can dip that thing. Yeah.
I meant to throw that away. That was burning right through my hands yesterday. All right, I think this is probably fine.
Okay. I'll just hang with it.
All right, and keep it happy and flashing.
No collar day.
We'll get there. She uses it all the time so far.
Yeah.
Sitting there knitting, taking a measurement.
I like functional. That's kind of cool.